Last weekend I sat down with my friend Chris Whitehouse, who had asked me to meet up with him over coffee to look at how he might structure a new book that he's writing. It's about his work as a paranormal investigator. So he sent me several chapters to look at with a view to potential editing or looking at the ideas that he might share within the book. So we talked about how he became involved with the paranormal world, the sort of things that might go in each of the chapters that he puts together, and how there will be a developing theme across the book that looks at how he has investigated on his own sometimes, but often with his team, Whitehouse Investigations, looking at the occurrences and happenings and communications from spirits that are coming out of private houses, old factories, interestingly, lots of mill buildings, and places of significant interest around the region that we live in. So we sat down and we looked at all of those things, and we talked about how he might then print digitally, print as a physical book through different platforms. And one of the things Chris said to me was, Nick, what does your day-to-day diary look like as a writer? So what I've done is I've put together a series of clips that I've taken from the first thing this morning until this evening, just looking at my work in the morning before I go to my day job, and then in the evening as I catch up on my own writing project. And I hope this little series of clips from today is really useful for you. My day work's been done for the last many hours, so I'm heading into town now to grab a coffee shop and a clean desk and a great cup of coffee to get on with some more writing. Great music and quite a busy little place. Just within 15 minutes walk of my house, I've managed an hour and a half editing a new manuscript on work for creative entrepreneurs and creative individuals, whether they are coders, programmers, designers, sculptors, etc. And I'm really happy with the outcome. So I'm going to go home now and enjoy a bit of a rest before catching up with some more work this evening. In 10 days' time, we begin the thing called NaNoWriMo, or National Novel Writing Month. And that's going to be capturing my attention and those of hundreds of thousands of people around the world. This is the book that first got me into NaNoWriMo. Last year, I wrote a non-fiction book called 10 Minute Budget This book, by the way, is No Plot, No Problem, written by Chris Beatty. Chris and a group of friends in the early 2000s, I think it was 2004, all set themselves a goal to meet up every night and write in a coffee shop publicly to see who could write a novel in a single month. More than half of them managed it. 3/4 of them managed to finish their novel within a few weeks of the end of the month. So it was an outstanding success. And by word of mouth, that first practice of creating something from start to finish in a single month has grown and grown and grown into the National Novel Writing Month organisation. They have other periods of the year when you can sit down and write. And of course you can write a book any month you want, but November is a focal point for the writing community and we all enjoy it. Having written that non-fiction book last year that fits in nicely with my own Money Matters series, because my books are about household finance, decluttering, property management, those sorts of topics. This year, I've set myself a goal of writing a fiction story, a crime thriller, a series of 3 books, which I've got 10 days left to outline. And then I'll start on the 1st of November to create the first of those novels and hopefully get the others done in January and March, which will give me 3 books over a 5-month period. And I'm obviously very excited about that and looking forward to it. The other book that I'm going to be using a lot during the process is this one. It's called Save the Cat, Writes a Novel, and it's by Jessica Brodie. She's got a phenomenal presence of videos on YouTube, so you can catch up with her and look at lots of really helpful content that she's filmed. But this book is my go-to, and what I've been doing over the last week is taking a lot of time and working through the book and circling or underlining content so that I can start to understand what she describes as a 15-beat structure to creating a novel. Anyway, that's my plan for the beginning of November through to the end of the month and just before December starts. So I wish you well with your own activity.